What's going on there, YouTube? I know I said this deck profile would be up sooner. Unfortunately, it is midterms week and I got a little bit sick. You guys can probably hear that in my voice. But I wanted to get this video up as soon as possible for you guys because a lot of people have been asking for it. So let's get into it. So this is the Horus Voiceless deck that I took to the regionals. We're going to talk about the deck and then we're going to go into the other deck profile for the same deck right after this. This is the list I played. So full Voiceless package, Diviners, and then the Horus package we were playing, 1 Duamatef, 1 Hapai, 3 Imseti, 1 King Sark. And then for the side deck, we are on 3 Super Poly, 3 Cosmic, 3 Release, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Feather Duster, 3 Summon Limit. And then for the extra deck, 1 Dynamondo, 1 Masquerena, 1 Lina, 1 Little Knight, 1 Zombie Vampire, 1 Garura, 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Earth Golem, Zeus, Garunix, Buzz King, Photon Lord, Baron, Chaos Angel, and Herald of the Arclight. So the list ran extremely well. We had a record that made top cut. We took 50th place, so we didn't end up making top cut by 2 places. Our tiebreakers just weren't good enough, so this is our second bubble in 2 weeks with Voiceless. It happens to the best of us, but let's talk about some of the changes I'd like to make to the deck. So we're going to go into the other list. So this is probably the version I would play now if I was playing the deck for this next regional. And it's 3 Low, 3 Saphira, 1 Seravis, 2 Seravis, 2 Skull Guardian, 3 Barrier, 2 Prayers, 1 Radiance, 3 Diviner, 1 Trius. Our Horus package is still 5 Horus monsters, 1 King Sark, 3 Pre-Prep, 3 Nibiru, 3 Bell, 3 Droll, and 3 Imperm. So we definitely upped the deck to 42. We're playing the Horus package, and we also have the Diviner package as well. So Trias Hierarchia, while not a brick, it can break some hands out. And then also the these 2 Horus monsters being bricks, 42 just makes sense. And then also being able to play Imperm would have been pretty pristine if we were on Imperm at the regional. And then for the side deck, 3 Super Poly, 3 Cosmic, 3 Release, 3 Summon Limit. And I wish I was on Evenly Matched instead of Lightning Storm and Feather Duster. Evenly Matched is just so powerful this format. So make sure you guys swap them out. I think this card is infinitely better than Lightning Storm Feather Duster this format, so without a doubt. And then the extra deck is pretty much the same, except for I would rather play Link Karibo over Baron. Baron came up twice in the event, but Link Karibo came up the entire event. So happens to the best of us. We went X3, we went 6-3. We lost to Mirror Match, Raid Raptor, and I forget what the other deck was. But the deck performed extremely well. I'm going to show you guys how consistent the deck is. We're going to get into some replays, and then you guys can see where I'm coming from with this list. So here's a pretty good example of what the deck does. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to normal summon our Diviner of the Heralds using the effect to send Trias Hierarchia to graveyard. From there, we're going to use the effect of Trias Hierarchia to summon itself back, which is going to trigger our Diviner to summon out Low. Low's going to trigger to place the Barrier. Barrier is going to go grab Saphira. From there, we're going to use the effect of Saphira to discard herself and send Prayers, adding the Skull Guardian from deck to hand. Then we're going to banish the Prayers to Ritual Summon the Skull Guardian and bring back the Low. Skull Guardian's going to add a copy of Seravis for defensive plays, and then we are going to use the effect of our Imseti to send the Low to add the King Sarcophagus and draw a card. We drew the Nibiru, which is a bit of a brick there, but it could have been another hand trap, which would have been pretty crazy too. Then we're going to summon back the Hapai and the Imseti, overlaying them for our Photon Lord. So now we have a monster negate to protect us from potential Nibiru plays here. And then we can go ahead and use King Sark to send the last Horus monster, sending the main deck Seravis, and then we're going to link them both off into Dynamondo, and then we're going to link those 2 off into Little Knight, pass to our opponent, use the Dynamondo to get back Skull Guardian, which is going to trigger Low, and then that is also going to trigger the Low effect to go grab the trap card. So now what we're looking at here is a monster negate, an Omni negate, Little Knight effect to banish, and a pop a card. And if our opponent can out the Skull Guardian somehow, we do have Prayers in graveyard to be able to flow. And in addition to that, they would have to be able to out this board, out the pop, out the Seravis, out the Nibiru, play through all of that and still be able to out the King Sark to not potentially get OTK'd on the following turn. because we can just bring back all of our Horus monsters and then pop off from there. We would also have the barrier to be able to search. So it's a very insulated board. I really enjoyed like dropping the King Sark at the end of the Voiceless combo, and my opponent going, well, if it was just Voiceless. That happened to me twice in the at the regional. This board was made very consistently. It was, as you can see, it was just normal Voiceless combo featuring I saw Imseti. So every time I saw Imseti, I basically got to this board. A lot of the times I would shotgun the Imseti to be able to play around Ash. It also helps you play around Joel a little bit. It just depends on hands where you do the Imseti effect. But this is a perfect showcase of what the deck does. The deck was a ton of fun. I don't know if I'd play this version again, but it was still a ton of fun. That regional was a blast. Make sure you guys check out the vlog and my YouTube shorts to see some goofy stuff that happened at the regional. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. This is Gores signing off.